Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you guys can see from the title, this is a, I don't know, mental health video, another one, part 2, or how I've been doing. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to tell your uncles and your aunts and like everyone else. I'm so sorry, I can't really do this intro. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell and let's get into the video. Go away, you fill my headspace with evil thoughts unkind. I can do without. So today, well, yeah, I put up a thing on Instagram asking you guys like what do you want me to talk about. I will get to those suggestions. I just wanted to make this video now, and I'm sure a few of you saw 2 days ago I posted a thing on Instagram where I was talking about where I like eventually put it out there about my mental health, right? So recently things have been really tough, right? So I have been going through a lot. So like for those that didn't see, so on the thing I put up and I said that I've been struggling for many years, but I took measures this year because I saw that I can't handle it anymore, you know, it's becoming too much and it is starting to affect me a lot and the people around me. So in February this year I started attending psychology here at school first. The sports psychologist, I started attending by her. I attended by her 2019 because like something that we do in the school. So I started attending here first, and it was literally like for a day, few hours I attended here at school, and then she just told me that she can't, you know, she needs to hand this over to a clinical psychologist and I need to see a psychiatrist because things are really not getting well and like things are like bad and like all of that. So I was then referred to Steve Biko Hospital. For those that don't know it, it's in Pretoria. So I started going there, and I remember the first session I attended with my psychologist, and that day she referred me to the psychiatrist in the hospital. So then I remember it was a Friday that I went there, and when I got there I was then diagnosed with severe depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar, like a lot. And that was like hard to swallow because like I never thought that it would get to that point. So I started taking medication from February, and I attend psychology every week. Once every week I attend, and every 2 to 3 months I see my psychiatrist again. I fetch medication every month. Yeah. So, as some of you might know, that this year is my matric year, and like it hasn't been easy, you know. At first, when I started taking medication, like obviously my body was like still getting used to it, and you know, I would really get emotional and see things, and you know, a lot like shake, no, what is it? Is it shake? Yeah, I would shake. Yeah, I'm sure you guys, I'm sure you understand what I mean. And I would like cry out of nowhere, a lot of things. So over the past, and then like for like there were times where I would be like excited and happy, but it wouldn't last long. Like max would be 2 to 3 hours, sometimes a day. But you know, like sometimes it'll be a thing of you want to make people around you happy. Like you don't want people to see you sad, down, none of that. So the days where I would pretend around people, I would pretend that I'm fine and that everything is going well. And then it got to a time where I went to Cape Town to go compete. But this, I'll make the story of why I'm actually attending psychology and like all of that. But I went to Cape Town to compete, and yeah, like something happened, and yeah, that like took me back, because I feel like I was stable with everything, and then that happened, and like everything like went back to zero. Like everything went back to zero. So then it took me a while to actually tell my psychologist like what's happening, and then I eventually told my psychologist like what happened, and then we took measures, like I started speaking about it more, and then got to a point where I'm honestly like suicidal, and it got to a point where I tried to hurt myself, and it was like a lot of times. So when like I eventually told my psychologist like what happened, and like that like I'm having like suicidal thoughts, it's like getting bad, she then told me I need to get admitted. Bear in mind, my parents at the time didn't know what is wrong. They were also in the dark with what's wrong with me and why I attend psychology and all of that. So then they were also like confused the day they like admitted me, and like I stayed there overnight. I went to Pretoria West Hospital, and then I went there, and then when I got there, they do all those tests that they do. They drew my blood, blood pressure, obesity test, AIDS, HIV, all those tests that they make. So they did all of that, and then this other lady asked me what causes me to have suicidal thoughts and all of that. And like at the time, like it's like a lady that I don't even know, she's part of the hospital, but it was hard already to like talk about it to like my psychiatrist. and then now I have to talk to this lady that I'm probably not going to see again. So I just told her that it's like I don't remember really talk about it, because then I'm not obliged to talk to her about it. Like she's not my psychologist, not my psychiatrist, and so then I stayed there overnight, and like they kept waking me up at night to like take blood pressure and everything. Then the morning, this other lady, she's a psychologist, she came like around 7. She came to my bed and she asked me like why I'm here, and like she did all the tests that I don't know if she was a psychologist that they do. Then she told me that I must go because they don't have a child psychiatry ward, because I'm still, at the time I was under 18, so I'm still seen as a child. So then they said they don't have those facilities, so they can't admit me here. So then we called my mom, and then I went back home. But there, that lady referred me to, like, I know like some people think it's like a place of crazy people. Anyway, they referred me to Vescopies for evaluation. And then like I remember it was a week after that, the date that they assigned to me was a few days after I went to Pretoria West. So I went to Vescopies, and when I got there, I went in and I saw psychologist, I think, and she like asked me like questions like what's wrong and why do you attend, and I need to actually tell her and blah blah blah. So I kind of like told her like most of the things, because like I need to tell her like some things, and then this lady is like, yeah, no, I need to tell your parents about it. Your parents deserve to know, because I'm still a child. And I'm like, nah, nigga. Sorry. So at the time I'm like, I haven't even told my parents myself, like my family, like no one knows except like certain people. Then before that, they called my mom in because my dad didn't come, and they asked my mom if she has noticed like any signs of like things, and like obviously she would say. And then that lady saw that I'm actually like a patient at Steve Biko, so they don't have to do anything because I have a psychologist, psychiatrist. I was like taken around a lot to hospitals, and while I have a psychologist, so it was like, it was kind of like they were confused, and like so then I went back, obviously keep attending, and just keep attending, and then like my psychologist and I got to a point where I was, at the time I was like, I think it's time I tell my parents like what's wrong. First thought of my parents, before the whole family. So I was like, I think it's time I tell them, like before I actually started like prelims and finals. But then I was like skeptical. I was like, but then what if I don't get through the year? What if this is just gonna take a toll on me and all of that? And then I took a decision that, I need to actually tell my parents. Like I need to, because I can't keep them in the dark forever. It's I felt like it's hard for them to see me the way I was and not know what's wrong. Like that kills like a parent, not knowing what's wrong with their child. It's not nice. So yeah, we got to a point where we started preparing for that family session, and then I asked my aunt from my mom's side, my mother's little sister. We called her and I asked her because we started speaking when she found out that I'm attending psychology, and then from there we're like speaking on WhatsApp and all of that, you know. And then yeah, so then I decided that I'm gonna ask her to like help me talk to my parents about what's actually wrong. And yeah, we prepared for that, and I saw that I wouldn't be able to tell my parents with my own mouth. So we came to a decision that I need to write a letter of like what's been wrong, like for these past years, why I was diagnosed with this depression, PTSD, and all of that. So I wrote a letter to my parents, and I went. Oh, then my psychologist asked me, "Who do you want there as like a support structure?" And I said Sina. Most of you know who Sina is, and I said Auntie Cookie, my aunt. And yeah, we like prepared for it, and then eventually we decided on a date on the family session. And then we had the family session, and I told my parents. I'm not gonna go into detail until I actually decide that I'm gonna do the story of why I am like this. So yeah, the family session happened, and like days, like the next few weeks after that, like it was too much for me, and I was like struggling to cope. But I think it was just like telling them, I don't know. Then like yeah, a lot of things that are happening in my life. A lot that are happening in my life, you know. I started like having dreams of so yeah, like a lot of things that are happening, you know. And it took a really big toll on my life. Like I just couldn't, like it's hard, you know, to go through things. Yes, like there are people there, but you know, like some people don't really know what's happening, and it's hard for me to talk. Like it's hard, you know. So yeah, I have just been going through it all this year, and like struggling. And there are times where, you know, I would get better, or times where I improved on certain things. Like I've improved on how I handle some situations, like arguments and all of that. So yeah, certain things have improved. But then prelims came, and like prelims were a lot. They were hard. They were really hard. But I made it out, and then I had the best week of my life, where it was my birthday week. I'm sure those that have watched the video have seen. So yeah, then like after that, it was like time to prepare for finals. Bear in mind, guys, I'm really not okay. I'm really not. So finals came, and during finals, like I just haven't been myself, you know. I just haven't been myself at all, and it's been really hard to like try and contain myself from a lot of things. Like I've had a lot of suicidal attempts throughout the year. Even when I was attending psychology, I've had a lot, because there were times where I would like be like, I don't know, there were times where I would give up and like be like, there's no purpose for me living, you know. And like there are countless times where I've tried to take my life, and recently it's just been a lot that it got to a point where I guess the way I am recently, like things that I'm going through, is also taking a toll on like people around me, you know. and I just really want to get well. Like, I'm tired of being in the state that I'm in. I'm tired of taking medication every day. I'm tired of them changing my medication because at a point it stops working because I get worse. It's tiring to take medication in the morning. It's tiring to take these pills even at night. It's tiring. It's really tiring, and there are days where it's even hard to get out of bed, but I have to force myself to get out of bed, you know? I just have to like try and like force myself to be okay or stable rather for people around me, because you know I want to see them happy and I don't want to be the reason why people aren't happy because I'm not okay and I'm suffering from mental illnesses. I want people to be okay. I want to see people happy. I want to be happy myself, which is something I haven't been. I want to be happy. I want to be okay. It's tiring to go every day, every week, to see your psychologist. It's tiring to go to psychiatry and find out whether you're gaining or you're losing weight. Like recently, found out that I've actually lost a lot of weight. They even took up like my medication very high, and that itself took a very big toll. But I just want to say to you guys that if anyone is suffering from a mental illness, get help, you know, because I realized that it actually helped for me to get help. But also remember that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's really not your fault why you become the way you become, you know, and it's okay to not be okay. You know, like a lot of people have told me that like I'm strong, and like there are days where I tell myself, really, really strong, you know, we can get through this, we can get through this, you know, we'll be happy one day, everything will be something that you talk about, and I'll be fine. But right now, nothing is okay. I feel like pushed people away because of like recently I haven't been okay, so I feel like that pushed people away, and I never thought that I would push like people that are really close to my heart. I never thought that me being the way I am would like push them away or overwhelm them or anything, you know. I never thought that would happen, but sometimes I would sit with myself and tell myself that, you know, maybe you're the problem. Maybe at times you're at fault, and I take responsibility that at times I am probably the problem, you know, because there are a lot of times where I sit and I'm very unsure. Like I feel like I'm unworthy of being loved. I feel like I'm unworthy of that, you know. Like the things that I've been through have made me be scared of a lot, and insecurities are a lot, and they come out a lot, and that's what just messes up everything. Like I try a lot, like I really try, and I want to be better because this is a lot. I really want to enjoy my holidays, which I doubt I'll enjoy. I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, guys, this is just probably like a life update on why I've been quiet. But I will look at the suggestion that you guys sent, and I promise to make a video as soon as I feel like I'm strong enough to make a video, because right now I just really need time alone. I need to process everything that has happened recently. I just want to be, you know, try and make myself happy and deal with whatever it is that is currently happening that I'm not gonna share, but going through a lot. Sorry. So as I was saying, that I really just want to be okay, and I believe that I'll be okay. And I just wanted to say thank you very much to everyone that sent me messages of support. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys so much. And thank you very much for watching this video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video.